I only care about the war in Ukraine. That's the only one
that's cool. Old hat. That's old.
Dude,
hat.
I saw a video from that recently, and it's a Russian, and he's making like a TikTok video for Russians, and he's just like, send us pump shotguns. We need pump action shotguns. We're being cut apart from the sky. And I was like, oh, my calling. I would be so good at shooting those drones, I bet. But that's what they were asking for. They want pump action shotguns to defend against the
pump.
I don't know why he said pump. I mean, obviously they're cheap and they work. They're $300 a piece. And I don't.
It's I didn't understand. Jam. It was a Russian or a Ukrainian guy who said they wanted shotguns.
A Russian guy, because they're getting hit by those. I saw a picture of how many drones the Ukrainians have right now, and it was just this mountain of them in boxes. They have so many of these like suicide drones that like are, a guided missile basically operated by a guy, and they're just killing a lot of Russians.
I used to be very excited about the idea that the Russian military was getting diminished, right? So many tanks getting busted, armored vehicles, etc. But now I kind of feel like Russia hasn't been in a real war since Afghanistan, and even that one's not, I don't know, a little different. Now, Russia has a lot of military experience that they didn't previously have. It's gone from theoretical to genuine. China, I think when they take their shit and test it in war, they're going to learn a lot. They're going to, because China hasn't been in a real war for my lifetime, ? I don't know. A long time. Russia, not too far from that. They're not like America, who likes to do a dust up every 4 years or so.
They are, though. They've been in Syria fighting continuously with us, in the Middle East fighting ISIS continuously. They were part of the global war on terror, especially with ISIS. I'm sorry, you're right.
Yeah, that's a really good point. This is a bigger scale, though, and I do think they're learning a lot from it.
Yeah,
you guys. I did. I think it was like a couple weeks ago. One of you, or maybe both of you, were like, Russia has more tanks now than they did at the start of the war.
More personnel,
something like that.
I read more tanks. I was the one who said that, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, and I was like, "There's no fucking way." I did see something. I think you guys were right on that.
Oh, really? They do have more tanks? You saw that too?
I may have just been personnel. I don't understand how that can be either, but I think you guys were right.
I don't know how that can be. I don't know how that could be. They've lost so many. They've lost thousands, and they haven't built thousands. Like, they're not building new T-34s.
It is true. The new trust on this stuff.
Their new tank is the Armada. They've made 12 or something.
Oh, that's not very many at all.
They won't send any of them. The T-90 is what they actually use. It's like
Zach said they triple production.
They triple production. One thing they do a lot of is upgrade old tanks. So it's like, this is a World War II piece of crap. Yeah, the shell is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. Every time I see the war recently, it's been mostly fighting in trenches with machine guns. So like that's the fighting I've been seeing.
Fighting in trenches would suck so bad. That would. Oh,
suck. And then I saw like a double attack 'em strike on a position of Russians training somewhere today, and it's like God's shotgun. Those missiles.
That's a great description.
It's like God had a double barrel and he lets you have it with both barrels.
I'm shocked that Russians are still assembling like that. So what I saw, I'm going to make up numbers. It looked like 150, 200 people in.
Said 160.
Oh, well, damn, look at me. And in like what I would call half a football field, maybe less than that. And I'm like, dude, that is a lot of people to have standing around. They must have been gathered there. I bet they wanted to tell them something. You have to stop doing that. There's drones everywhere. They see you and then they attack you, and the whole thing takes like 4 minutes. Stop giving the Ukraine, or keep doing it, but you're giving the Ukrainians so many targets. Why haven't you learned from this?
Yeah, it was pretty crazy. And that shit it's shooting, I think it's tungsten, like chunks moving at the speed of light, basically. Not really, but
or HIMARS.
I think my understanding is the ATACMS is like the missile part that gives it the extra range, but I may not understand what was going on. I know when it went off, whatever it is, it's that. And it was also smoldering and smoking, each chunk giving off some sort of scary gas.
Oh, that's not dust? I don't know.
It was burning. like wherever they hit, like on the ground, it seemed like it was like burning and giving off. Yeah, it was so cool. Love seeing that stuff get used. Go America.
Are there any wars we're not like involved in right now? Like really huge ones that we could.
The Sudan and Haiti and
isn't Saudi Arabia beating somebody up? Are we
Yemen.
involved in that? Yeah.
Right?
I'm sure we're involved in that in some way.
Yeah, definitely.
You're
If the
probably
Saudis are. What about Haiti? I don't know if that's a full-scale war. It's more just like
Collapse.
gangland warfare, I guess, where it's just a bunch of gangs eating people.
I heard a
Taylor has-
YouTuber went down
Taylor
there and
has more
barbecue and got
FOMO.
snatched up.
Well, a YouTuber got snatched up?
I heard a YouTuber went down there to interview barbecue.
get
and they snatched him up. Nobody knows. Nobody knows if he got it.
What? That's funny. Like I can't imagine what would possess you to go to Haiti right now.
Views and clicks, baby. Get those subs.
There aren't enough views though to
there's
make
enough
up
views.
for like it's like I'm gonna go meet the cannibal warlord of Haiti.
If you thought you could get 100 million view video out of going and seeing the cannibal warlord of Haiti, you'd do it. You'd do it. And then the next week you'd have to find somebody even scarier to interview. So
That's just an investment because like today you interview barbecue, tomorrow you interview Putin or something. Like your next video is going to get a lot of attention too.
I don't know if that's. I bet
That's
there's
how
a
it works.
lot of steps between barbecue and Haiti and Putin and Russia.
Yeah, a lot of warlords. So you got to go to Somalia
There's
for sure.
A lot of hopping to go.
You know what I would want to see? I would love to see an interview where you're interviewing us like the Somali captain, like the pirate captain of Somalia, and like when it cuts back to you, you're dressed as a real pirate.
Like an old school one.
Yar matey, tell me about what you've been doing on them seas.
I'm here in Mogadishu in blackface to find out what's going on.
With a parrot on your shoulder.
Yeah,
Parrot's got blackface
clearly
too.
a prop. It's got blackface also.
That's an African parrot. Yeah.
Shave my head, blackface.
It's an African parrot. I don't think that's a thing.
It's an African American parrot. He talks like that. Leave him alone. Like he's dropping the N-bomb all the time.
I'm sorry, I didn't teach him this. I did. Yeah, I don't know what the Somali pirates are up to. Probably no good.
I think the Houthis have taken over that bag. It seems like they're the ones causing trouble off of Africa and up into those straits.
That is close to Yemen. Yemen is kind of Iranian allied. That's where the Houthis
Aren't you
are.
glad we live in the boring part of the world? You know why it's boring? Because we made it that way with our American missiles and power, Taylor. And everyone is afraid to make it anything but boring here because they know we'll kill them.
God made it that way too.
No,
nice protection.
If God is the fucking eagle that flies on top of that flag, then yes, we made it that way.
I watched a YouTube video that explained why America was geographically so hard to invade, and God did that.
Half a dozen countries used to be over here. They aren't anymore. They're gone.
God did that too. Through
No
God,
more
anything is possible.
Frenchmen.
You might want to jot that down, Kyle.
Yeah, there aren't no Frenchmen over here.
No,
That's true.
I think we
Thank
should take a
goodness.
good chunk of Mexico. Like, I think we should they
Mhm.
No, they
manage
need to
it?
build something down there worth stealing first. Then we can
Mexico, I
drop
want
down.
it.
The Baja.
Yeah. Also, it would really shorten how much wall we have to build.
That little peninsula thing down there. You
Mhm.
want that?
Yes,
Yes,
yeah,
I want that
100%.
too.
We should take that. Actually, what we should do is like we should do what Croatia did to Bosnia with Mexico's shoreline. Mexico's been just sending fucking people from South
Your
America.
listener knows what Croatia did to Bosnia.
Oh,
wait,
they took the whole thing.
Yeah, get
Croatia
the map.
took the entire fucking coastline.
Matt, can you pull up a map of Croatia? This is fucking
And
hilarious.
so, like, we do, like, Mexico's sending all the illegals up to us. They're fucking causing problems. Hey, that's enough beaches for you guys for now. Get it together. We just, huge slice their entire Pacific coast, ours now. Beautiful, beautiful beaches, resorts.
I'm still going through Dan Carlin's Supernova in the East about the Japanese in World War II.
Look at that beach.
Oh, look at that. And like, not only is it a beach, can I just say it's a huge chain of islands that, like, this map is probably being a bit vague because of the size of the map. I bet there's dozens and dozens of those islands there.
They did give them a little bit. I bet there's a port there.
They gave them one
It'd be
port.
so easy to control, like in a military sense. Like they can just take that away easily.
Look. Oh my.
Is that man Croatia?
Did they film Game of Thrones here?
I actually think they did do some filming in Croatia.
I'm pretty sure that's
a bunch of
the
cool shit in Croatia.
I think that's King's Landing rooftops that you were looking at over there, and obviously you got the water here for any shooting.
Shucks.
Plus,
Shout
I
out
gotta say,
Croatia.
if they're like, so we found two locations. There's this beautiful Croatian paradise, and there's also Tucson, Arizona. They have a little town with red roofs too, and you're like, let's get in the plane, Mark. We're gonna be in Croatia for the next 3 months. I'm thinking, is it good?
Yeah.
Is it nice this time of year? He's like, it's nice all the time in Croatia.
It's
It looks
beautiful.
like a paradise. That's the most beautiful place I've seen.
Amazing.
Yeah, let's.
What's the exchange rate in Croatia, Zach?
Let's see. Now, what is the Croatian dollar? Probably something goofy.
The
Be right back.
The euro. I guess we should have seen that coming. Oh, there it is. The kuna. I wanted to see what they actually have.
Looks like a dollar is 7 kuna.
7-1. Yeah, but how much does a fucking kuna get you?
How far does a kuna go? You know what I mean? Like what is a loaf of bread? How many kunas is a loaf of bread? You would think like a quarter of a kuna.
Let's see. Croatia prices for food. Is
What
Croatia expensive? Oh, this is cruisecroatia.com. This is fucking propaganda. They're not.
That's my site.
They're gonna fool me. Cost of living. Milk. 27 euro cents.
Okay, that still seems low.
What is the? I feel like a retard. What's the
Euro's
name
stronger.
of the smaller denomination within the euro? Like the pennies, the cents. What is it?
He said euro cents. That's probably euro cents.
No, I'm making that up. It said 0.27
Oh.
the euro sign, and I was like 20, 25 euros.
I don't know, bits and bobs, whatever those losers name their currency.
Bits and bobs. Dude, you can get, that's not that much chicken at all. 0.15 kilograms for
Okay, here we go. Look, Zach's got a chart for us.
Okay.
Seems pretty similar, honestly.
1,700 a month. Cut out alcohol.
Cut out alcohol, cut out the gym, cut out your phone. This is gonna be
Double entertainment.
Coffee's pricey. Or maybe
Bring your own coffee, Jesus.
Yeah, $35 a month for coffee. Is that?
That's about right, honestly. With my
That's not
coffee
crazy.
pods and like sweetener and fucking cream and shit.
Dude, $520 just for eating out.
That's so bright.
That is so
That's
bright.
more than rent.
Yeah. Damn, Croatia looks nice. That'd be a fun place to live. What language do they speak?
Croati.
Croati?
Mm-hmm.
Is it one of those?
Serbo-Croatian, right?
You're probably right. I don't know if the Balkan area, I don't know if they're all like Italy, where most of them speak English. Actually, Italy's a terrible example. Like Germany, where they all speak English.
I expect those people to speak English. Like show some respect.
Yeah, English is the global language. Really a hangover from what you were saying during PKN, the English having the most kind of badass, biggest empire of all time.
Yeah, they spread it everywhere.
Evidence of that is, what are we speaking right now? What does the whole world speak?
Yeah, well, I mean, a lot of it anyway. Like even the countries that
bits.
I wonder what the percentage of Indians, the most populous nation in the world we learned tonight, is speaking English, because they were a fucking colony forever.
Yeah, probably a good bit of them.
Isn't it crazy that tiny island of England or Britain somehow colonized all of India?
Yeah, they were fucking good at it. They knew how to run a show. Hey, we're putting trains in here, bitch. Get out of the way. We're starting companies. We're starting businesses. Oh, you got a problem with it? Where's your giant navy? Hey, where's your giant navy, India? I don't see it. I don't see it, India. Oi, bloody, here's ours, though. We're Australian now. It's crazy how much having a fantastic navy really.
Who else has a good navy in the planet
right now?
Really? I think the British still have a really good navy, right?
We do. We have the biggest navy. It's not even close. It's absurd how not close it is. The French have a bitch-made aircraft carrier. I think the England might have a couple, but they're still not what we have.
Doesn't
Chinese
Russia only have like 3? Like
the Russians don't have any aircraft carriers that are real aircraft carriers. China has an aircraft carrier they bought from Russia that was an old one. It has a ramp on the end so that the planes can actually take off. They're building an aircraft carrier right now, and like you can see from the sky that they have scorch marks on their electromagnetic launch system, and so they clearly haven't figured it out yet. It's sitting in port, still being built.
If we have more tonnage than the rest of the planet combined.
Definitely.
Yeah,
not.
we do.
the rest of the planet combined, right?
Right.
I mean, we're at 2 million just with
more
number
relevant
2 and 3
tonnage, because another thing you got to keep in mind is like, what is that 1.125 of China's? I bet a lot of it is nonsense.
No, we have, if you do the math, we absolutely don't. There's some surprises on here.
Oh, what are you surprised by?
Greece. I didn't
Japan
think
surprises
Greece would
me.
have a big navy. Canada has a
Canada.
navy. Interesting.
Those are all
Embarrassing,
icebreakers.
Canada. That's embarrassing for Canada. What a
Taiwan, they have a navy.
what a terrible partner that you guys are.
Italy has a much more solid navy than I thought. India,
If you didn't
per
have so many good
person,
comedians.
terrible navy. I mean, that's a tiny navy. You break it down,
Who's?
India's. Like they have so many people, and it's like you barely have like twice what the Netherlands have, and like
They
75
don't pay
people.
taxes very
I think
well
when you're
in India.
bordering your biggest enemy, you probably like we're gonna need a
I
land
didn't-
army.
Yeah,
a culture of corruption over there in India. It's not going to lead to like a strong government.
yeah, they're always.
I
Gonna
hear
roll with
Modi is trying to
man.
fix that. Some guy that was like high on Modi. I saw him on TikTok the other day, and he was just like, "This is Modi did this, Modi did that. Every single region has a different tax system. He's bringing it all together under one thing." And he was like, "I don't know anything about Modi. He's probably conservative or something." But this guy seemed to be real gassed up on him. I don't really care about India either. They shit in the street over there.
I don't care about India either.
It all starts that way, right? At first they're like this nation of savages, like China was whatever 50 years ago. And now you look at a Chinese city and you're like, holy smokes, that's like better than New York.
Ah,
I don't know if there are Indian cities. Like, I mean, there are Indian cities way bigger than New York, but like not better than New York.
I
better
said
in
that
what
about
way?
China.
By what
I was
measurement?
trying to show China's progression, and
Okay.
Japan had a progression like that. India could do the next one.
China's so far. China's got like 20 cities with over 1 million people in them or something.
They have a lot of people, so that checks
When you knock
out.
down that dam, they lose like 6 of them.
Yeah, that's
No,
like
we did
saying like
well, that's a
Mexico
lot of
City is like Mexico City is bigger than New York. Like
By what
Doesn't-
measure? Like
by
like square-
population.
Is it?
Yeah, Mexico City is enormous.
I thought New York was really big, and I look into it. And it turns out there's a bunch of cities that have more people.
Yeah.
Mm.
And like you look at that list, because I've been on that Wikipedia too, and it's like, man, you got to do like 2 long scrolls before you're out of Asia. Like it's so many things in China and India.
Tokyo's absurd
And
from high altitude. Tokyo doesn't look real. It looks like
That's probably the coolest big city on earth, right? I haven't been, obviously, but it
What he
looks
has.
clean, like
Yeah.
super hyper clean, and that's
I think
nice.
All the stereotypes were
culture.
true. It was hyper clean. It was beautiful. The people were like very polite and like organized. I went to the subways, used the subway to get around in there. I was shocked at how everyone stayed on their side. There were no stragglers walking against traffic. Like on the escalator, I think there's like just a regular escalator like any of ours. But on one side, people stood still, and the other side was for the walkers. There's no
Mhm.
blocking the path. And 0 people disobeyed the system. The social
Yep,
contract
everybody
was
knows what's
strictly
up.
adhered to.
Good for them. We can't even manage that in airports.
True.
no. Well, in some places we can.
Yeah.
But like a husband and wife standing next to each other, blocking what is a horizontal escalator called? Like the moving sidewalk thing.
Speedway, a walkway,
Yeah,
a
walkway.
sizzle pad.
It's definitely not that.
All right, so
Okay.
like husband and wife
Give me-
will stand
had
there with their
0 names.
suitcases blocking the sizzle pad, and that you wouldn't be surprised by it. It's just like, oh yeah, you keep walking until you hit the first couple.
Are you having a dog issue right now, Kyle?
I'm
I
about
choose
to
to
go
believe
get
he's
him.
yelling at his girlfriend.
No, is she acting up?
She
Mhm.
won't shut the fuck up.
You got to hit. He hits her with a newspaper to keep her in line.
Rolled
No,
up
he hits her
newspaper.
with a bag of oranges. No bruises.
No bruises.